Hi, you've accepted the Clear Vision 2020 challenge that will help you make more money, supercharge yourself and your team, and have your most profitable year in 2020. So recently I've been trying to learn some new marketing software. Y'all, I have to admit it isn't going as well as I'd like. And with my busy life and all the distractions, my training hasn't been consistent. I jump in, I watch a few modules, I get going, and then I get distracted and torn away from it for a while. And when I do jump back in, I have to sort of rewind a bit and to remember things I had forgotten. And it's taking me a lot longer than I'd like for it to. And probably by the time I learn it, they'll have come out with some new features and I'll have to learn some more new stuff. So I'm constantly learning and training myself. It's a never-ending process. Remember the last time you tried to learn something new, like a hobby or even get better at something you already know how to do? Golf. A lot of people take golf lessons their whole lives, right? But did you succeed right out of the gate, or did you have to practice, or even hire a trainer or a coach, or buy a course? Even think back to when you were a kid and for your birthday you got a shiny new two-wheel bicycle without training wheels. Also maybe a helmet and a belt for safety. You were over the moon and you were so excited to learn how to ride a two-wheeler. To learn, you had to get out there, on the driveway, and try. And fortunately, you probably had a parent or older sibling who was there to help you. You first had to learn how to steady the bike to get your leg over the bar without it falling over. You had to learn the braking system. Was it hand brakes or pedal brakes? Then you had to have the courage to push off and see if you could balance and pedal and steer all at the same time. I bet you fell a lot. Maybe even skinned your knee as a consolation prize. But you had that older sibling or parent or the person who we call the guide to help you learn and give you encouragement that you needed to keep trying. And eventually, you were on that bike with confidence and could get on and off and ride anywhere you wanted. Through that process, you learned that practice makes... You just said perfect, didn't you? That's what we've all been taught. But if you are practicing something incorrectly that doesn't yield the results you want, doing it the wrong way, does that make it perfect? To have a healthy culture of learning and training, we want to instill that practice makes permanent. And if we're going to take the time to make something permanent in our business, we need the right way to be taught to us. And then we do need to practice it. That's why we use the phrase, it's like riding a bike, meaning that once we've mastered the skills needed to make that bike propel forward, it was permanently in our brains. It could be 20 years since you've been on a bike, and right now, I'm sure you are confident that you could jump on a bike at any time and ride it with a decent amount of proficiency, right? So with your team members from the front office to the front lines, when we know that there is a right way for our company to be presented that helps progress our business and increase profits, we have to teach them exactly how we want them to say it. And then we need to make it permanent, and then we need to hold them accountable. Whether it's how you want everyone to answer the phone or that your service techs are required to give the next customer a courtesy call when they're on their way, when you have a way that you want your team to represent your business, it's up to you to make that happen. And here's where things get real. You have to facilitate the teaching and the practice, like in role play. Yep, dreaded role play. And here's the thing. You absolutely want your team getting the sillies out and making all the flubs and foibles with you. You can't have them practicing on your leads, and here's why. How much do you pay for each lead? 50, 60 bucks, more? Each time your team doesn't execute the way you need them to so that you profit from that lead, it is literally like you are handing out $50 bills. And I'm sure that's not how you'd like to operate your business. After you train on it, it has to be non-negotiable and not altered because you took the time to thoughtfully and purposefully decide as a business how you want to treat your customers. You really want team members who respect that. Of course, you'll be open to suggestions that could improve things. Collaboration is always a good thing. And once you and your team have settled on the script or the procedure, that's just the way it has to be. And just like any professional athlete, you must keep training. Keep it in muscle memory and ensuring that your team is doing it the way that increases profitability. So here's your Clear Vision 2020 tip for today. Take a good hard look at what you train on and how often you hold training. What areas of your business are preventing you from serving customers in a way that profits your business? Are you getting a ton of new leads, but the number of inspections don't add up? Well, then you need to work on your team's phone skills. Do you see inspections on the schedule but not many new customers? Then you need to work on your service tech sales and soft skills. Training isn't something that happens only at hire or once in a while. A successful company has a cultural norm where you are always working to serve your customers better, faster, and with more care. And when you do that, you'll find that your customers and your team members are more loyal, and you keep those $50 bills where they belong, in your pocket.